Well, KZN Transport Department met today with taxi operators, the KZN E-Hailing Council. It follows clashes between the two in KwaDabeka, just west of Durban. SABC News reporter Nonhlakanipho Magwaza is in KwaDabeka and joins us now. Nonhlakanipho, good morning. We're obviously just monitoring developments, perhaps looking at the interactions and how the situation is as we're speaking, how it stands. What's unearthed since the altercations yesterday? What's the way forward as well?
Good morning, Liesl, and to the viewers at home. Yes, the meeting has just ended between the association and the KZN E-Council, Association, if I may put it like that. As we all know that yesterday, 15 taxi drivers and taxi owners were taken in for questioning here at KwaDabeka, and 12 firearms, licensed firearms at that, were confiscated. However, South African Police Services said that they will be charging the owners of those firearms for contravening their acts of safeguarding those firearms. However, we do have the E-Hailing Council Secretary General, Mr. Stembiso Kanyezi, will be telling us more about what actually took place inside the police station, because it was a closed meeting. Mr. Kanyezi, thank you so much. We do understand that you guys had a meeting between the association and the E-Hailing Council following the assault of your two drivers on Wednesday. Were you satisfied with the resolutions that took place inside, and what exactly took place?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Well, first and foremost, we would like to applaud the station commander for calling this meeting at such a short notice, and all parties, they will be able to partake in this meeting. Indeed, when we sat on the table, the views of all parties were heard, and they were tabled and analyzed, and to the best of our ability. So we believed that what has occurred in that meeting will pave a way for peaceful operation in the local place that we are in now here at KwaDabeka. So we believe also that the taxi operators have put their views across, and they stated what were their confusion. And when we articulated our position as a KZN E-Hailing Council, that the confusion that they assumed was coming from the e-hailers was actually not coming from the e-hailers, was the other parties, the people, those that are not be able to be ruled or to fall under the rules. So indeed, the views that are set on the table, we will be paving a way, and we're looking forward to our next sitting, where we will be able to articulate now and forge a strategy towards a peaceful operation within the location.
Now, Mr. Kanyezi, you say that there was confusion about the views from the association about the e-hailing services. What were their views regarding the e-hailing service?
The confusion comes about when those operators operate as staff cars. So they are operating outside of the e-hailing app. When you are an e-hailer, you only use the technological e-hailing app. So when you are operating outside of that, then you are no longer an e-hailing. So we also condone those that uphold the rule and work with the e-hailing, but those that breaks the law and takes the job of the minibus operators away from them, because when you are a staff car, it belongs to Santaco, it belongs to local association. You therefore taking away what does not belong to you. So those that are operating with the app, we say they must do that and comply with the law. So the e-hailers, they are willing to comply at all costs and at all times. So when those people breaks the law and take stuff and they are not licensed or permitted by the local association, that brings confusion. And that is why we find ourselves where we are now with this tension between the taxi operators and e-hailers. It is because of those people who fail to comply with the rules of the local operation structures.
Now, in the past 2 days, we have been here with the e-hailing drivers. They raised their concern that they were afraid of going back to the road and to work. After the meeting or before the meeting, were the e-hailing drivers or the e-hailing service, was it operational?
Indeed, the e-hailing has been in operation and we are still in operation. The talks have been going on and we avail ourselves as a council to go and see the local association. So we met yesterday and we met also today to discuss matters of interest regarding the operation. So those that were afraid, it's because perhaps they were left behind in terms of the information that has been circulated and that was extracted from these meetings that we are sitting on. So the taxi industry here in KwaDabeka, they did mention that they have no problems with e-hailers, the way they operate, but they do have a problem with people who take their jobs as staff cars, as omalume. So they do have a problem for those that are not licensed or permitted by them. So that's why the confusion came about. Otherwise, they did mention that they do not have a problem and we are operating and we will still be engaging with the local association to forge a strategy on how we can combat this tension so that we come up with a solution for both of us that will suit our needs.
So going forward, they did promise that there will be no more abuse there will be no more abuse from the association to e-hailing drivers.
Indeed, they did mention that they mean no harm, but to those that break their laws, they will be attending to them and taking them to the local police station and address those issues. Because the fact of the matter that they are not permitted to do roadblocks and take. But when they see that their job is being taken, they will stand up and call for help and take those people to the rightful people who can then deal with them accordingly. So they are not violent. They did say that they don't want to cause violence, but they will be cautious and they will be on the lookout for those that are not licensed to take their job away from them. So there is no tension between them and us. They're just confused as to who are these people taking their job. So we clarified that part, that e-hailers, they move through an app, and those that take staff cars, they need to be under the local association.
Thank you so much.
We thank you so much.
That was the Secretary General of the KZN E-Hailing Council, Mr. Stembiso Kanyezi, saying that they did come to a solution between the association and the E-Hailing Council, saying that there was just a bit of a confusion from the association side. They thought that the e-hailing service was stepping into their boundaries and taking their jobs away from them, with those who are taking staff to work and those who are taking scholars to school. They are saying that those are their jobs, those are the duties that belong to the association, not the e-hailing council. But going forward, they did promise that they will work together amicably.